How's this for 2020? Oklahoma wasn't very good on offense, so the Sooner defense rose up and shut Baylor down. For SI Sooners, allsooners.com, I'm John Hoover along with Parker Thune. And tonight the Sooners took down Baylor at Owen Field 27-14. Parker, kind of like the last game, it wasn't really that close, 27-14. OU gifted Baylor the first touchdown, and the Bears scored a touchdown in the final minute. That's how close Oklahoma was to a shutout tonight.
And you said it, John. They were pretty close to a shutout, and Baylor, quite honestly, didn't earn any of those points. And I think it's a testament to how far this defense has come under Alex Grinch, John. The fact that Oklahoma scored fewer points in this game than they had in any of the previous 60 games and still won in convincing fashion. Look, the bottom line here is that in previous years, 27 points probably wouldn't have been enough to win Oklahoma a football game. And not only was it enough tonight, it was more than enough.
Yeah, their streak of something like 30 points, scoring 30 points and winning games is I think it stays alive tonight technically, but this was all about the defense. I mean, Lincoln Riley said in the post-game press conference, I coached horrible. I didn't do a good job during the week. He really threw himself under the bus, but defensively, wow. I talked to Alex Grinch, and he couldn't have been prouder. OU allowed just 25 rushing yards, 25. Charlie Brewer, 30 of 56 passing for 263 yards, did account for both touchdowns, but also threw 2 interceptions. DJ Graham and Trey Norwood. OU defense batted down 6 passes at the line of scrimmage. And they did it, for the most part, without their best pass rusher, arguably their best pass rusher, Nick Bonito. They did it with 4 defensive starters, Bonito, Brendan Radley-Hiles, Pat Fields, and Woody Washington out with COVID protocol.
Yeah, and you know what's funny, John? We knew Woody Washington was going to be out. We knew Bonito would be out. We knew Brendan Radley-Hiles would be out. What we didn't know was that Patrick Fields would also miss this game. And one of the really cool things that we saw tonight, John, is that Fields' absence paved the way for Robert Barnes, who was moved from safety to linebacker in the offseason, to return to safety, which he said Alex Grinch had let him know earlier in the week on Sunday, as a matter of fact, that there was a chance he'd have to play free safety today. So Barnes, who hasn't played safety at all since last season and had been taking reps at linebacker all year, gets pushed into action and responds phenomenally, just like the entire rest of the Sooner secondary, John, all across the board tonight. We saw guys rise up when they needed to, and DJ Graham, there's no better example than the true freshman making a big play and notching his first career interception off that pass from Charlie Brewer in the third quarter.
Yeah, Jeremiah Cradell stepped into a starting role. Trey Norwood came in and got an interception, like I said, and he played great. Guys that just you don't count on them. And Alex Grinch called it an extremely unique week. Coaching with Bob Stoops, he said, was very cool. But frankly, he said he got tested for COVID. It was a false positive. He missed some time during the week. Said he coached by Zoom. This just underscores how far his defense has come. Offensively now, different story. Bill Beadenbow wasn't here, and we saw the offensive line struggle. I think the first half, 1.6 yards per carry for the Oklahoma offense per rushing attempt, and then 3 sacks in the first half. They got things ironed out in the second half. But Shane Beamer, word comes down in the fourth quarter from our man Bruce Feldman. He took the South Carolina job. Was he here tonight? Do we know? I don't think he was.
He was not.
So, yeah, the Oklahoma, if you think about not just tonight, not just the COVID, not just the missing coaches, but all the distractions, all the roadblocks to this season, the off-season, the Zoom training, all that stuff, and here Oklahoma goes into its final game next week at West Virginia, having already accomplished their first and foremost mission that they start every year with, and that's earning a spot in the Big 12 title game. December 19th, a rematch with Iowa State. Should be fun. For Parker Thune, I'm John Hoover, SI Sooners, allsooners.com.